Hello, I'm Vara,
And I'm Roxy.
and you're listening to VCR. Hey, Roxy, how are you?
I am really annoyed.
Really annoyed? Yeah, I too am also really annoyed. So,
Uh,
today's topic is how to deal with annoying people. And I know that's not really a pop culture thing, but if you think about it, the way we deal with people nowadays is not the same as how we dealt with them back in the day. And there is always someone who's annoying, whether it's work, school, church, any of those venues. You got someone who's going to come out the woodworks and just they will irk your very soul. And I'm like, I was like,
you're
yeah,
like,
there are those who just
you
drive you
do.
nuts. I'm not
I
gonna,
don't know.
I'm
I
not
don't know
gonna
if I have
say,
anybody in my life that drives me
I
so.
don't know anyone who could be that kind of annoying over here or over there, maybe in this
I don't
general
know what side
situation.
he's on, but
Yeah, but like
him.
here in general, there may be someone who's a bit of an annoyance, like they're never on time for a show and this.
No, because this is time I should be asleep.
Yes, things like that, where it interferes with your time.
Uh,
I'm just throwing out examples. That's all.
right.
This isn't against anyone in
Right.
particular.
No, not at
No,
all.
not at
He's
all.
not talking about
At
anyone in particular.
all. Never.
They don't just.
So, nothing like that. But But the thing is, how do you deal with annoying people? Like, what do you do to kind of, because the bad thing is, depending on the setting, you may not be, I mean, you may not be able to
Yeah,
get
be
rid
able
of
to.
them,
Yeah.
like if it's a friend setting, you can just come out and say, "Hey, you are fucking annoying as fuck, and I need you to
You
like,
shut the fuck up.
yes, or I need you to not call me for a few days, or better yet, don't call me ever." That kind of a
Lose my
situation.
number. We don't know each other.
Yes, like there is that kind of a situation. In a friend situation, whether that's the best route to go or not is up to you, but that can be done in that situation. But like you can't do that in a work situation. Apparently HR frowns upon it if you do
Yeah, it's very
like
much
that.
frowned upon.
Yes, it's not
You can't punch
not
him in the throat either. That'll get you
that's a whole
actually
other
probably fired.
situation.
So,
Yes, so you got that going on. And then I think it's even worse like when it's at a church situation
mm,
because it's like how do you handle that? Because that's like one of these, it really is how you conduct yourself in that situation. It's not like you can't fire them, you can't do anything about it. It's just,
yeah,
you gotta like maybe go to the other side of the church or just
that's one of
avoid
those where
them.
you just have to politely grin and have
Hmm.
a blessed day
Yes, like
or
oh
bless
my
your
God.
heart.
Yes, I love the bless your heart.
Bless
The
your
bless
heart.
your heart is my favorite. But like how do we deal with annoying
I'll
people?
pray for you.
Yes, exactly. There's that. Oh my God, that's also a classic and a keeper right there. Like I will pray for you.
I will
But
keep you in my prayers.
let's look at some general stuff. And this one is coming from AI, just a general AI kind of situation. Dealing with annoying. Oh, here's a good one we haven't brought up. Dealing with annoying parents.
Oh,
Like how, I mean, the friends, the
well, you
coworkers.
always threaten yours.
Yes, I religiously call mine and tell them how I'm going to put them in a home on the daily.
Oh my
That's how I deal with it because it's like I'm just not putting up with it. It's what it is. But like, so Roxy, if you had a choice, do you want to deal with annoying coworkers, friends, parents? What would you rather deal with first?
I'd rather deal with none of them.
Okay, yes. I mean, in theory.
No, I don't know. Let's do parents.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with parents and then maybe go into coworkers because that's probably the most second annoyingest thing
Yeah,
in the world. Now, if you're one of these people who are like, "Oh my God, me and my parents get along so great and we love each other," well, fuck you.
lucky you.
Yeah,
No.
aren't you a lucky bastard? So anyway, so dealing with an annoying parent requires setting firm boundaries. Yeah, right.
Right.
Participating. Oh, Peach, she looks annoyed herself. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Because I'm not paying attention.
Practicing active listening to lower tensions and maintaining emotional calm. Key strategies include staying polite to avoid conflict, creating physical space for and focusing on your own independence rather than trying to change their behavior. Oh God, I can see where all this fails so much. Because you know your parents are like going to just irk you because they know how to. Like they're constantly going to bring up crap and they're constantly going to annoy you. There's only so much you can do before they hit your button, you know?
Oh God. When that
Uh
button gets hit, I gotta go.
yeah. And now
I'm going
this
five.
I don't know how much of this I agree with because this says, okay, so active listening for 60 to 90 seconds without interrupting, that ain't happening. Then summarizes their concerns to show they are heard. So I get making the other person feel heard. You should do that
Mhm.
in any case. But the thing is, you listen to them, you give them the space and the active listening thing, and then all of a sudden they're interrupting you all the time when you're trying to speak, you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't know. Do you get that every now and then, Roxy?
Actually, no. With my mom, no. I can't say that.
Mm-hmm.
She talks and I talk. It's mostly her just telling me stories.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, we don't tend to talk over each other.
Mm. And then, okay, so it says the I statements. Use I statements. So, example, I feel overwhelmed when whatever. Uh, to express your feelings without making them defensive. Maybe that will work. I don't think my
You know,
mom would care, but I
no.
would I'd be like, yeah, she
I
wouldn't
think
care.
I think back in the day when my mom and I were butting heads, yeah.
Hmm.
But I think we're at a pretty decent place right now. So we've been for a while, so.
This next one is killing them with politeness. Use extreme politeness to manage tense.
Oh, that pisses them off even more.
Yeah.
That don't work.
Clearly, AI has no parents.
Right.
Be proactive. Inform them of your plans before they ask to reduce nagging. Before asking to reduce nagging. I don't get that. Inform them of your plans before they ask to reduce nagging.
Oh, like let them know what's going on before they have to ask you, so then they're not like,
I guess. Okay, broken record technique. Calmly repeat your position without getting angry if they continue to nag. I guess. This one's funny. This one's so funny. Set clear limits. Yeah. So AI's mom is
AI
clearly
is
not.
funny.
Yeah, and AI doesn't have a Mexican mom, does it? Uh, let them know
AI clearly wasn't a gentle parenting household.
it was, yeah, clearly, like AI got timeouts and shit like that.
Yeah.
Ass beat. Uh, so it says, let them know what behaviors are not acceptable as recommended by Headspace. No. Uh,
That
Another one.
therapy app.
I guess so. Take a time out, step away from the conversation or relationship temporarily if it becomes too stressful. Create physical, emotional space. This one I will agree with. This last one. Limit information. Be mindful of what personal information you share with them. That is so fucking true. Yes.
Mhm.
Because they will take that information and eventually use it against you
I
at
was just
some
gonna say,
point.
twist it and use it against you.
Yeah. It's just not going to work out. It always says, stay calm, don't try to change them, reframe behavior, understand their perspective. No. Seek support.
No,
No.
never.
No, hell no. Seek support,
Oh yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Hey mom, go
call
to therapy.
call the nursing homes, have them
You're such,
support you.
you're such an ass. Your poor
Ah,
mom.
swear to God.
You're constantly threatening her with that.
Oh my God. It's, yeah, pretty much.
Nursing home
So
for you. You have the nursing home on speed dial?
do I need to. I need
And
to
I
get
will
one
call
on
them right
speed.
now.
Oh my goodness. So let's just kind of take a look, see what it's like to deal with annoying, like let's say coworkers, because that's going to be your next major issue, I believe, is like
Oh, the annoying
coworkers.
coworkers.
Did you ever have a coworker like who's ever just annoyed the piss out of you?
Yes. Like their voice, just hearing their voice irritated the fuck out of me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, just their
Mhm.
existence, right?
Yes.
I've had a
The
few
fact
of
that we
those.
had to be in the same room, breathing the same air. Ugh.
Hmm. Yep, yep, yep. I get that. So this one has some interesting strategies. Now, it does say a couple of the same things, like, for example, set boundaries. Clearly define what interactions you will and will not engage in.
Yeah, if it
Uh,
doesn't involve work, don't fucking talk to me.
right. And it
Keep
says
it moving.
avoid, and the other one, I think this is important, especially if someone annoys you, avoid engaging with gossip or drama. Because that's actually a tool as to how they can lure you into a conversation is like bring, oh, have you heard? Did you hear about Janice? Did you hear about Janice's husband? Stuff like that. They'll do stuff like that. This one is something I've never really heard of. Use gray rock method. Are you familiar with gray
No,
rock?
I'm like, what's that?
I don't know. Uh, Become uninterested and non-reactive to their behavior. Avoid emotional responses that fuel them. That is true. That is, if you ignore someone, it kind of does destroy their power. Like they,
Oh,
so I get that. I
the
can.
gray rock method is a communication strategy designed to manage toxic, manipulative, and narcissistic individuals by becoming intentionally boring and emotionally unsupportive.
Hmm. Totally get that. Yep.
So it involves giving short, neutral, one-sided answers, avoiding emotional reactions.
Yeah, I can get down with that. I can get down with that. Now, it also gives us this piece of advice, which I think is valuable if you think something is going to be a problem. Document everything. Create a paper trail, particularly with hostile or inefficient colleagues to show, not tell, management of problems, which is true. You do want to document things, especially if they're doing it deliberately. Let's say they just target you and they like to come and annoy you deliberately,
Mhm.
then, you do want to document that somewhere. Times, dates, cliff notes of what was being said type of
Mhm.
situation. Or if you're in Texas, because it is a two-way conversation, record it. Mind you, keep your recording laws of your state in mind when you do stuff like that. In
Yeah.
Texas, it's completely okay. As long as it's not eavesdropping, it's completely okay. In New York, I think they follow the same recording policies, but I don't really know. I definitely know how it works in Texas. Limit contact. That's no joke right there. Avoid break rooms. See, that's what I think is fucked up. You have to avoid things like, oh, I want to go get a coffee from the break room, but now I can't because homeboy or homegirl is going to be there, and the possibility of us annoying each other, or if they see me get up to go, they know where I'm going and they're going to come in after. That's kind of
That's where the kindness thing, killing with kindness comes out. Like, oh, excuse me. Oh, good
Hmm.
morning. The fake good morning, the fake smile.
Yes. I hope you have a lovely day today.
Half the day you deserve.
Right. Which brings us to what you were just doing, maintaining professionalism.
Hmm.
You got to do that, regardless of the other. This one gives the same thing as the other one. Seek support. Fuck you and your support.
Yeah, support.
I mean, with friends and family, you really can't do that, I guess. But like,
Catch
I
these
mean,
hands in the parking lot. That's the support.
there you go. That's your support system right there. But at work, I guess you could go to your manager or whoever your superior is, and if need be, at some point, go to HR if you have an HR department, that kind of fun stuff. So I guess there is, oh, ha, right under it, it says leverage HR if behavior is hostile, harassing, or persistent, report it to a supervisor or human resources. This is true. This is true. I cannot emphasize that enough. Types of different coworkers. Oh my God, this is gonna be so much. The loud, annoying coworker. Yeah, that is very true. I used to, so at one of my former jobs, which was a government job, there was this lady there. We all sat in a quad. We had these cubicles. There's this one woman who was just loud and obnoxious. And the thing is, she would deliberately wear like these. I don't know. Do you remember the Drew Carey show, Roxy?
Hmm.
Do you remember Mimi, how she would
Uh-huh.
wear loud, obnoxious uh outfits, mostly to attract attention? She
Hmm.
would do stuff like that, and then she would be loud and obnoxious. And I was like, you need to stop. But there was no way to get away because we're all in the same area. So, but yeah, super obnoxious. So yeah, there is that. And on that, it says recommendation, use headphones, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
The negative spewer keeps conversations. What you should do for someone who likes to come over and do like the gossip or spinning the negative stuff, Jim lost the accounts or something like that.
Hmm.
Keep conversation short and avoid joining in their complaints. I had, and this one, so this one, but like not so much a coworker, but I had an ex who it was annoying. Everything was, how do I put this? She blamed everything, like she was big chested, right? So
Oh, habit.
I know, right? So everything that happened to her was because they're just
They're
envious.
jealous because
Like,
of my big boobs.
yeah, exactly, that's what it
Oh.
was, but in an aggressive way. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. It's not because you're an obnoxious fucking person who
Right.
can't blame themselves for what they're doing. You got to blame your boobs." And like it was just so fucking obnoxious, but
Annoying. Very
that was
annoying.
always her like why it was going bad at work, why I was going bad at her relationships, after we got a relationship, after why it was going bad in fucking like anything, family. It was always her tits. Her tits were the fucking issue. And that, in her mind, I was like, no, you're the issue.
No, it's what's attached to them.
Yes,
You.
that's the issue. If anything, your tits are what allows them to put up with you a little longer. I mean, it was for me, and then I realized, you know what, this was not worth it. Totally not worth it.
Mhm.
So yeah, like there's things like that. The toxic passive aggressive one, which is, if you ask me, damn near anyone in an office. Use direct factual communication and take their comments at face value, expose their intent. That sounds like too much work. I would just avoid them. Like just
Just
avoid them.
all together, just
Yeah. Uh and then you got the lazy coworker who, I don't know. I think with a lazy coworker, that's easier to deal with in the sense of like they're lazy, they're not going to do anything. I'm going to avoid them. Oh, they're not doing their work, which affects my work. Well, to me, you document that, you do your part of the work, and hey, when it comes down to, well, where the hell is this? I'm sorry, Bob or Janice was supposed to be working on that. This is the best I can do, boss, that kind of thing.
Sorry.
That's something that I think speaks for itself at some point. Uh, but do you have an annoying friend, Roxy?
Not anymore. You're my
Bullshit.
annoying friend.
Whatever.
You're
You
my annoying ass friend.
you adore me. That's what it is.
Oh, so fucking annoying.
Oh my God. I want to click on this so bad, but I'm not because we try not to be political on this show. Actually, we've never really been political on this show.
We try not
But
to. We try to
yeah,
leave that.
I was just gonna put in how to deal with an annoying friend, and it's number one, how to deal with friends who are Trump supporters.
Let's go over that one.
Uh, uh, oh God. Uh,
Unfriend them. That's what you do.
right. That is actually the quickest way to deal with the issue. But let's say like, you do have a friend who just can't stop, won't stop. What do you do with
I
that?
do have a few of those.
You know, well, okay, without giving out names, I mean, unless do they listen to the show?
I don't know. They might.
Okay, well then let's not do that. All right, so uh I'll use my example. So the friend, the ex who was well endowed up top, who everything's was her boobie's fault. Um, and I've told you about her, where she would blame, me for not calling her back or talking to her because I just decide, hey, I'm ending this. I don't want to deal with you anymore. Um, because you don't see what's really happening. And the issue is now she's trying to put it on me to where I would react and maybe call and be like, "What is
Mhm.
wrong with you by saying something like that?" You have those kind of situations. And sadly that was something where like, how to totally end that because it was not working. Oh, you try to be a good person, but then at some point you have to realize, hey, you can't fix certain things. You know, you can't fix someone who doesn't want to see themselves for who they really are, type of situation. So, that's just me spewing. There's nothing funny about it, just me spewing. I mean, you can focus on our boobies if you want, but
No thanks.
but like, and again, sadly, that was kind of like the reason I stayed in a relationship a little bit longer with her than what I should have. But my God, just not worth it. Gentlemen, it is not, I don't care how big they are, it is not worth it. Your sanity, everything, that is
Ladies,
not
the
worth it.
same thing about their third leg. It don't matter how
Yes,
big it
it
is. It ain't worth it.
it is not worth it. All body parts in general are not worth putting up with the crap. That's all I'm gonna
Mm.
say. No
You can
matter
find another
who,
one, or you could purchase one.
well, I don't,
Ugh.
do they got that for guys? Anyway,
Yeah, they do. I'm like, yeah,
they
they
probably
do.
do. Just buy it in pillow form and just fall asleep
You know?
comfortably. Oh my God. So here, specific ways to manage the relationship or friendship. Okay. So again, it's always about, my God, you're obsessed with it, AI. Communication and boundaries. Boundaries, boundaries,
That is the
boundaries.
key, communication and boundaries.
As someone who runs communication, oh my God, it's so exhausting.
Necessary, though.
Yeah, but necessary. Be direct. Calmly explain what behavior is bothering you. Big whoop. And that seems to be the theme in all of them. So
Mhm.
communication in all of them is like, explain your boundaries, what bothers you. Of course, use I statements. I feel overwhelmed when you are late to the show constantly. Things like that. As an example, I'm not saying,
Ooh,
I'm just throwing out examples. I don't have that issue. Someone else has that issue. I
I
don't.
don't know who has that issue. Who?
Yeah, I know you don't
I'm
have
always on time.
that. Yeah. Okay. All right.
We're always on time.
I needed that morning laugh. Yes, we are. We are professionals here at the
Yeah,
VCR show.
so professional.
Yeah, someone didn't have to. Oh my God, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. But I'm gonna say I remember this first outing with a co-host where I waited in my car for 3 hours for her. And I was like, I could just fucking driven to San Antonio and done a show. I'm not, you're not gonna just say anything as to who that was.
That must have been your previous co-host,
Yeah.
because I'm always on time. Anybody who knows me knows that that is bullshit.
Yeah. They're lies. They're total lies.
I'm gonna go as far as to say that I made reservations for Stacey's birthday.
Hmm.
I know what time the reservation is at.
Hmm.
I'm still telling myself the reservation is 30 minutes earlier so I can get there on time. I'm lying to myself. Okay.
I bet.
I think our reservation is like at 7:15. I'm like, okay, 6:30.
Yeah, absolutely. Another one, set clear boundaries. Of course, that so communication, setting clear boundaries seem to be the main theme here. If you got a friend who loves to call and talk and annoy you, set those boundaries like I can't talk between the hours of, 1 and 5 or something like
Okay,
that.
so I can't talk between the hours of 12 and 12.
I
Okay.
bet,
Monday
yeah.
through Friday.
That
I'm
ain't
not available.
happening. I'll just show up at your house. Don't make me call other people.
I will call your
Yeah.
best friend and your mom,
Yes, I
and
will.
then the
And
police.
then I'll call the popos if you don't start responding here in a minute. I
I
may
have
not
the
have
text to prove that.
I may not have an HR team to deal with this, but don't make me call your best friend.
Right. I will call your best friend. She's like, don't threaten me with my best friend.
Ah. Okay, so with this annoying friend, also manage time and space, create physical distance. I say at least past my arm's length. It's a good physical
You
distance.
better make it past my kicks because I'm kicking you in the kneecap. Bam.
Ah. Limit communication. See, okay, so here's my thing. If you are having to create physical, if you have a friend and you're having to create physical space and limit communications, should this person actually be your
Be
fucking
your friend,
friend?
right?
Like, is it
May
at
want
this?
to reevaluate that friendship there.
Yeah, it's like you may need to sit back and say, yeah, no, I'm just like, no, this is a terrible friend. Why am I doing this? And
Like if you
leave.
have to avoid this person that much, you maybe just cut them
Yeah,
out.
just, I mean, maybe you feel bad because like in that situation with I don't know, what's the best way to call her? Biggins. I mean, what's something that I could call her that like so I don't have to keep saying
Titties McGee.
what?
Titties McGee.
Okay. Uh with her, I did stick around not because it was healthy for me. I knew it wasn't, but I felt bad for her because the thing is, no one else was really talking to her. No one else would listen to her. Like no one else in their right mind would put up with it except my dumb ass. And it's not that I was deliberately putting myself through something. It's just I felt bad because as a decent person, not a good person, but as a decent person, like when someone needs you or someone just needs to listen or I mean you to listen while they vent, that's the bare minimum you can do.
Right.
Even if you put the phone down and you gave it to your dog Brutus, and Brutus would even roll over and be like, "What the fuck is this?" and leave
Why'd
the
you put
room.
this next to me?
Like the fuck is, and he would go to the living room. Like, there's things like that, but like at some point you really gotta say, yeah, this is not going to work out at all. Like this friendship is a bad friendship.
Right.
Um, say no clearly. Yeah, I get that. No.
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 Like that.
No. You
No.
can
Like the
elongate it.
Bugs Bunny meme.
No.
No.
I love that meme, by the way. Ah, so there's that. Um, Chain a puppy. Will you calm down, please? Thank you. See, I clearly stated to puppy, will you calm down?
And puppy said, no.
No, that's he was like,
See how
no.
that works?
Now, it also says to start changing behavior modifications, like doing positive reinforcement, focusing on the positive. So, like telling them, like, oh my God, you did a great job today, which is something you would do with a coworker, or like, you look so pretty today, or, you can diffuse things by saying things like that. Um, or, like I tell Roxy, you want to go get tacos?
You see how that
Like
works?
there's that. So, there's all kinds of stuff. But I think if it's a friendship and you're going through that, it's pretty much time to end that friendship, is what I think. But that is some of the VCR suggestions as to how to deal with annoying people. I should really say that
I
is
just try to ignore them.
yes, absolutely. That really is more AI suggestions, but we're writing on that because, research. But if you have any suggestions as to how you deal with annoying people or how you deal with annoying relatives or anything, hit us up to the VCR show at the VCR show at gmail.com or our social medias or our website, thevcrshow.com. And if you want,
VCR show at everything.
what?
I said VCR show at everything.
At everything. And if you want to annoy Roxy, you can do so at her social medias, which are
On Facebook at Roxy Perez Curvy Model, on Instagram at PopRocks428, and on TikTok at the PopRocks. And PopRocks is spelled POPROXX. I thought you were gonna do something, so I looked and I lost my train of thought. I was like,
Until next time, I'm Vara.
I'm Roxy.
And you've been listening to VCR.
Bye.
Bye-bye. You have been listening to VCR, creative content by Richard Christopher Vara and Roxy Perez. Logo by Richard Christopher Vara with assistance from Annie Ramirez. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach us at thevcrshow@gmail.com or our social medias at Instagram and Twitter at the VCR Show. And you can also check out our content at thevcrshow.com. The show's song is Addict by Nefex, instrumental, and you can find them on YouTube Music Library.